some interpret some verses different to some other interpretation which we have. So this is the main drawback and
so how can you remove it?
I was thinking, sir, if it's possible, we as MDs could have a universal dictionary sort of thing, which would solve these problems to some extent, or at least
my answer is inna lillahi. That's all. You write in Universal Dictionary or anyone else writes Universal Dictionary and you think all the mullahs would agree that now this is the problem we solve. They were just waiting for a dictionary, not for a prophet to come. The fact is that whenever these differences appear, it is only Allah who takes the matters in his own hands, and if he decides to keep a religion alive, then he always sends someone from himself. It has never occurred once in the entire universe that instead of Allah sending someone from himself, the Maulvis or the religious scholars of that day suddenly got together and solved their differences, settled their differences and became like brothers. Has it ever happened in the world?
No.
It can never, because they go on bifurcating, dividing further and further. This is a natural phenomenon which has never been reversed once in history. So you are asking me to give you a solution for the impossible. I can't. The only solution is that Allah always sends someone from himself, and he restarts from where things were from where the truth had disappeared earlier. He goes back in time and starts from the time of the earlier prophet, takes up the truth when it is still unmolested and unadulterated, and re-spreads the message from there. He is hated, he is opposed, he is persecuted, his followers are tortured, and every atrocity is committed against them, no doubt. But ultimately he goes on growing at the cost of all other sects around him. And this is how one single religion comes into being again once more. This is the only phenomena I know from religious history and none other. So if you have one in mind, you suggest it, but it is not a dictionary, that I assure you. No dictionary could ever bring people together. Yes, please, I think you are preparing for a question. Yes, come on. First of all, introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Omar Sonko from the Gambia.
From Gambia?
Studying at Reading University.
What?
Studying at Reading University.
Reading University. Have you been before?
From Gambia. I have been here before.
Did you meet me in London?
I have met you.
Yes, yes. Are you the one from whom I asked about the Bulaware?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Where have you been all this time?
I've been coming here, but I couldn't meet you also. Once in a while, yes. And I've been here even yesterday for the briefing.
I see.
Yes.
Very good. Pleased to meet you again.
Yes, thank you.
Now, what's the question?
Actually, I've not listened to most of the tapes.
So
I've not listened to all the tapes.
Right.
So the questions, I have two questions. Perhaps some of them have been asked before, I don't know.
If they have been answered before, we are referring to the 10 tape.
That's right.
And that will be provided to you.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
My first question is, actually, I would like to know why the Quran addresses itself in the plural form, we.
We itself, I can follow that.
Why
Closer to the microphone, please.
Why the Quran addresses itself with the plural, we.
You mean God?
Yes, God addresses,
that's right.
I asked this question simply because I was...
although I have answered this question many times before, but I do it again.
I see. I asked this question because I've been talking with a Christian who in fact talked about the Bible talking in the plural form. And his answer for that reason was that the God is not alone, that is, he's with somebody else, which he is referring as Jesus. Because he has a partner with God. Therefore, he talks in the plural and not in the singular.
Is that the center point?
So I've also discovered that the Quran is in that sort of form. In the real plural form.
I explain.
Okay. And the second question.
Before the second question is asked, I should try to answer the first one. So you could sit down and listen to the answer and then rise up ahead. The Holy Quran has done this for many reasons. One of the reasons being that you have mentioned. If Bible has that style and Allah mentions himself in Bible as we occasionally, and the Quran only said I and not we, then it would appear to the readers of the Bible that that is a different God and ours is a different God. Ours was a plural one, and this is some singular God who could not marry and could not bear offspring. So both the books were speaking of a different person altogether. But the Quran also speaks in plural and yet claims categorically that I am one. So the question begins, if somebody is single and he still refers to himself as plural, is that acceptable in human languages? Is there any analogy to this? There is, of course. If you read the languages of the kings of great empires particularly, they issue orders in the name of a plural king while they are single. We do that and we say that. We pass this verdict and this shall be carried. Things like that. While everybody knows that those kings are singular, yet they are also known to refer to themselves in singular many times. Where they mention we, there they represent the state power. There a special emphasis is laid on a certain subject, and it is made known to everyone who hears that order that it is not I alone, in the sense that a single person is addressing you and he himself will be responsible for the execution. All those who are beneath me, the entire power and might of the kingdom works at my bidding. So it becomes we when the question of execution comes into mind. And to indicate might, great might, we is referred to, who is adopted, the expression of we, while the person is a single. Similarly, it adds grandeur. Sometimes when you change a reference of a singular to a plural or a plural to a singular, a new meaning is added to that. And an awe-inspiring personality comes into mind. For instance, this is the commonest practice in every language. In English too, for instance, when you say thou, that means somebody who is not only equal to you, but maybe most often than not is inferior to you. So thou turned into you, which is in fact a plural word, not a singular. And gradually, as the civilization advanced, thou disappeared totally, almost entirely, and you remained in the market. Yet, after a very long disappearance, thou tended to reappear at certain places where high respect is required. So even Bible refers to that plural God as thou, not as you.